Fantastic. Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my Rocket League Let's Play, where today we're continuing our competitive career with game number 2 to see if we can start progressing, advancing slightly. I have over the past couple of weeks been looking at a couple of tips and tutorial videos, which I started to do as I started to record this Let's Play series, to give me some ideas about techniques and things that I can learn. Now, whilst I haven't mastered any of the advanced techniques yet, I am aware of the kind of things that I need to be thinking about. So it'd be interesting to see how I develop about these over the coming videos. What I am going to do is I'm going to do a short set of videos which are purely tactical after commentary about what I'm trying to do, why and how, but that's going to be a little later in the series. As always, leave your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comments, and of course, if you can, please like the video and subscribe if you're not already. Well, that's all from me. Over to me for the match. Well, thank you, me, and here we are back again with a competitive solo. Hellish, this time playing in orange and with 2 random people here. We're just waiting for one more person to join and then the match will be off. Here it goes. The players are lined up and we are on for a 5-minute game of Rocket League. Hellish jumps back to a kind of defensive position. He's watching what's going on. The ball's coming out towards him. Both the orange... Oh! And his teammate manages to get a nudge to it before he does. Hellish, of course, generally quite a conservative and defensive player. He's looking for the bounce back on this and doesn't get it. It's intercepted by a member of the blue team. Daniel misses the ball. Hellish goes in with some rocket power. Oh! And he misjudges the bounce and goes under it completely, rolling around on the floor. But the ball's now coming... Well, I was going to say coming up pitch, but it fails to do so. It takes another hit for another member of the orange team. Hellish trying to put some pressure on with the blues, but it comes off the back wall in a dangerous position. Hellish not in a good angle, fails to get anywhere near it. But with a bit of boost, the oranges are now in trouble here, but this has got to be a clearance by Hellish. It is. Actually comes off his teammate there, and both of them are now up there. Hellish is going to be giving this a knock on to try and get it across that back wall. He does. Drops down in front of the goal. It takes some defending from the blues. It's not coming back through there. The 3 of them are working well in their defensive manoeuvres to keep it away from that central position. Gets ricocheted across the pitch and the other orange player now pushes it forward. It's a nice little bounce there. Not everybody's on it. Hellish goes for a slice. Misses, but his teammate pushes it over. Request gets it there over the line. So Hellish with his charge tries to slice it, but slicing it so fine, misses it completely and his teammate just pops it in. Well, the pressure from the oranges finally playing off in this early stage of the game, and the blues must be thinking now how much of the ball they're going to see. An early big hit from the orange team, miss on the defensive side of the blues. If this gets pushed into the middle, there's a good chance here for Hellish. Oh! He was just a little bit too far out. He couldn't get there in time. Maybe if he dodged or double dodged, he might have got close, but with all the boost he could muster, he wasn't there to pull it in at the far post. The pressure now still on with the blue team, although it does get a big clearance up front, and Hellish misjudges it terribly. There's explosions and all sorts as all the cars come together. There's nobody in defence from the blues. It's going to come off the post. It wasn't the best shot. It was an open goal to begin with. And it's high again from the oranges. The shooting is just not there from any of the orange team. Hellish gets knocked into the ball by a member of the blues and then knocked again and again. Well, Hellish was almost like a ball at that point there. You can't see it much here on the corner of the screen. I mean, but he's getting knocked left, right and centre as Daniel from the blues makes it 1-1. 2 minutes 44 left on the clock, and we really do have a challenge now for the orange team. Well, Hellish is in there with the first touch and actually lands in the box for the opposition. Oh, I thought that was going to come across face of goal, but Hellish did actually manage to get intercepted by a member of the blue team. It's bouncing around a lot in these corners at the minute. The blues don't seem to be that good at clearing it out of the corners. And again, missing the ball. It's coming across face of goal. The goalie does get a good knock to it though. Hellish is there, but wasn't expecting the Blues to miss that. And now all three of the Orange players are there. Hellish goes straight past it, leaving it for his teammate who's got a good line. Oh, and Requis does it again. Now here we see Hellish goes straight past it, not wanting to go in Requis's way. And in the end, that appears like it was the right decision to make because he does put it straight across the line. Well, there's the kickoff again. 2-1 with 2 minutes on the clock pretty much. Blues making a good push down the side. Hellish is bound to come in and intercept. Oh, he misses again. Hellish really needs to work on his wall skills. Ball is up high. A number of the Oranges are there to try and make some sense of it. Hellish going for the player. Comes off the back wall, but there's no Blues there to do anything about it. In fact, the Orange team are there. Hellish throwing himself in towards the ball. As it comes across from the side again, Hellish with no boost. Oh! Oh, he misses it! But Requis is there again! It's a hat-trick for Requis! Well, here you can see Hellish completely and utterly fail as he goes to put this in. He gets a sideways flip on that. If he had dodged straight forward, he'd have got it. He made it more complicated than he needed to, but it's 3-1 to the Oranges nonetheless. Well, we're going to expect to see a lot of points on the board from Requis at the end of this match. I wonder how that will compare to Hellish's total. The Blues actually punting it back into their own corner. Keeper making a good save for the blue team there. And for a change, the Blues making a bit of an advancement upfield, but it's moderately short-lived as it goes over the top of Hellish. And oh, I can't believe it! Defensive error by the blue team, and it's 4. It's 4 for the Oranges. You can see here that Daniel was just not prepared for this. He was already reversing to get himself in a position, and Requis give him a fantastic push up the backside nonetheless. At this time, the only question left remaining on my mind is, with all these points coming in from the Orange team, is Hellish actually going to be able to get a goal? Well, I suppose he's been doing lots of pushing and clearances. No shots on the goal from Hellish. That one there did count as a shot on goal, but it wasn't really. I thought that was going to be an opportunity for Hellish there, but the blue team did get in the way. Body blocked him on that. As the ball is high, and I'm not quite sure what's... Whoa! I'm not quite sure what the Orange teammates are trying to talk to each other about here, but I'm not sure what's happening. A big knock towards the goal. It's going to go off the back wall. Hellish way too excited to get up front there. Actually manages to fail to get anywhere. He just blocks and gets in the way. Is this going to be a goal for the Blues? No, it's a clearance by Hellish, and there is the final whistle. Well, a really weird game there. Hellish got aggression, bench warner. Lots of ball touches from Hellish today, but not really many shots on goal. Not many points either, as a lot of midfield work doesn't score a lot of points. Defensive things, saving goals and clearing them, giving lots of points. And of course scoring of the goals at the other end as well. Perhaps we ought to be looking at an upgrade where points in midfield are given for those connecting parts. Interesting thought. Leave your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comments. If you've got any thoughts about points that could be given in the midfield rather than the offensive or defensive areas, I'd be interested to know what you think. But for now, it's another win for Hellish. 4-1 to the Oranges. Bye for now.